As a way to inaugurate this channel, today I'm making one of my favorite paellas ever, the Arrós del senyoret. Basically a seafood paella made with a deliciously intense homemade fish broth, and where all the seafood has been either shelled or chopped into bite-sized pieces. It demands quite a bit of preparation, which I'm not really showing this time, but is an absolutely worth paella, and if made right, I can guarantee you that the guests will be remembering this one for a long time. Alright, let's go through the ingredients. For a paella of 6, I'm using 600 grams of Spanish paella rice. You can use bomba rice, which is another variety that works quite well. Raw prawns, approximately 15 or 20 of them. Half a monkfish tail, chopped into pieces. Half a cuttlefish, chopped into pieces. Alternatively, you can also use whole squid, chopped as well. About 4 tablespoons of tomato and dried sweet pepper paste, called salmoreta. It is an Alicante addition that adds lots of flavour, but you can use grated tomato or passata or just sieved tomato, any would do. And for the broth, 5 crabs. I cut them in half and add them to the broth. In this case I'm using blue crabs, but you can use small crabs. Try to avoid the big meaty crabs. The smaller, the best. Whole raw prawns, which basically I'm going to peel, and I'm going to keep the heads for the broth, and the tails will go later on the paella. 1 head of garlic and 1 onion, and a small bunch of parsley. So these, plus olive oil and salt, are the ingredients I will use for the paella. I'm not showing the fish broth. I will be focusing on the fish broth on a different video, but you can also buy fish broth. Nothing like the homemade one, but it will do. So let's start. On medium-high heat, we add the olive oil. I'd say in terms of how much, once it's settled in the middle of the pan, it looks like it's covering about 40% of the total area. That's how I eyeball it. So firstly, we're going to pan fry the ingredients separately. I had some leftover prawns I wanted to quickly saute for my friends to eat while we waited. And I think they impart some flavor to the oil, but I will remove those now. Next thing is to very quickly pan fry the prawn tails. You can see how I'm saving some for a second paella I made, but don't worry about that. This is about 15 to 20 prawn tails. After 2 or 3 minutes, once they start turning pink, probably still raw inside, I take them out. What we want is to add them at the very last minute of the paella cooking, so they get just perfectly cooked. Likewise, I add the monkfish pieces, and after 2 or 3 minutes, when they start to brown ever so slightly, then I remove them from the pan. And lastly, I add the cuttlefish. Now the cuttlefish needs a longer cooking time than monkfish and prawns, so rather than removing it from the pan, it's going to stay there until the end. Careful, because squid and cuttlefish spits out quite a lot, and that's why I use a long spoon, so I can stir it from far away. But we just stir it a bit until it starts to get some colour. We go in with the salmoreta paste. This is a sauce that I made. Again, you can use just sieved tomato or passata. I stir fry it for 5 to 7 minutes until it has reduced and it turns a bit darker. I like to add the rice at this point, which I'm quickly stirring alongside the cuttlefish and the paste. All I want is to coat the rice with that delicious deep tomato and pepper paste for literally a minute. And then in goes with the fish broth. In this case it's mainly seafood, since it's made with crabs, prawns heads and the monkfish. I'll make a video about fish broths, which are really the backbone of seafood paella. I reckon about 70-80% of the taste comes just from the broth. Once I add the broth into the rice, I set the heat on high, and from this moment the rice will start cooking and will be ready in approximately 17 minutes. Now what I need to do is to make sure the rice is evenly spread across the pan. This step is absolutely essential, and in my opinion one of the trickiest things to get right. One way is to stir the rice with the spoon in circular motions like this, so we can see what areas of the pan have more rice than others. This, again, it's the trickiest thing, and it's taken me years to master, and sometimes the rice ends up not evenly spread. This is the time to add some salt, approximately 3 to 4 teaspoons of salt. Remember that we haven't added salt until now. It's for 6 people, so it has to be alright. I'm also adding squid ink for some colour. It's not compulsory at all, it's just half a sachet to give the paella a darker hue. You can buy these in supermarkets and fishmongers, but if you're not able to source it, don't worry. If we were to add 2 or 3 sachets of squid ink, then we will be making arroz negro or black rice paella, where the rice looks completely black. The taste will be similar flavor profile, but it will be completely dark. This is just to get it a bit darker. And this is the last time I stir the rice. Paella is not a risotto, so once it has been evenly spread across the pan, we don't stir it again. More stirring at this point will result in a stodgy rice, and you don't want that. Then I add those half-cooked pieces of monkfish, trying to spread them evenly across the pan. Those delicious fish juices are definitely going in. I try some of the broth in case it needs some salt, but at this point it's absolutely perfect. So then it goes with the prawns, still juicy inside, and that's what we want. Those last minutes of cooking that will get them nice and juicy. Prawns get tough and rubbery so quickly, so we want to prevent that. And again, these prawn juices aren't going to waste. They go in, of course. 7 minutes have passed now, so we're setting the heat on medium-low. Adjusting the heat on the last 10 minutes of the cooking is one of the trickiest things in paella making. We need to make sure that there is enough broth left until the timer hits minute 17. It's important that we pay attention to what's happening here in the paella pan. You see how the water is finishing to evaporate, the rice is showing evenly spread, which is what we want. The prawns are slowly getting done as well. We're 1 minute away from the 17-minute mark and it's looking perfect. There is some broth left by the sides, which will eventually evaporate, but the center is dry and most importantly, the rice at the bottom is slightly frying. That's what we want. And here it is, minute 17 and there's barely no broth left. The remaining oil is creating a marvelously concentrated layer of rice by the sides and at the bottom. Prawns, monkfish and cuttlefish look plump and juicy. This is exactly the way you should look. Mainly rice with evenly spread ingredients. Top-notch paella, I say. Time to turn the heat off and serve. Here we go. Arrós del senyoret. Quite a bit of a prep beforehand, but absolutely worth it. I added some further comments on ingredients and specifically the fish broth down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like the video for more paella recipes. See you in the next video.